Hello coffee friends. Today we are going to be turning water into different water. It'll make sense very soon. We're also going to be doing a giveaway in today's video, so be sure to stick around until the end to figure out how you could win some cool prizes. So let's get brewing. Hello, my name is Stephen Holm and I'm with Homegrounds, a place for you to go to learn more about brewing and enjoying better quality coffee right at home. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe to our channel because we make videos just like this, teaching you about how to make coffee and how to make coffee better. Leave us a comment down below letting us know what you'd like to see us talk about. So let's get into water. If you've been brewing coffee for a while, you've probably heard that you should be using good quality water because it makes your coffee taste best. But what does that actually mean? So first, let's talk about why we want good quality water. Number one, coffee is 98% water. So it makes sense that you want to use a good quality ingredient for what makes up 98% of your beverage. Now today I'll kind of be going over more of a general idea of the chemistry involved with water and coffee brewing, because honestly a lot of that just goes over my head. But if you're interested in very detailed specifics on water for coffee brewing, there's a great book out called Water for Coffee. I'll link it down below, and it's very scientific and very intense, but if you want to really geek out about it, check out that book. So what we talk about when we're discussing water for coffee brewing is mostly what is this water made up of? Because water obviously has a lot of dissolved substances in it that contribute to the taste and how that water is going to interact with our coffee when it's brewing. So there's two sort of things that we're looking at in water, and the first being the hardness of the water. You've probably heard that term before, but maybe never knew what it means. Very basically, hardness is looking at how much dissolved substances are in this water. So the amount of hardness in our water will sort of determine how much we're able to extract from our coffee. The second thing we're looking at is the pH level, or the acidity of our water. Now most water should be around a pH of 7, but that can vary just based on where you live. And if you have a pH that is too low or basic, that can negatively affect the flavor of your coffee. But if you have a pH that is too high, it'll affect the extraction of your coffee, along with enhancing the amount of corrosion that your water is going to impart on whatever you're heating your water up in. So if you're heating your water up in a kettle, then the higher the pH level of that water, the more it'll corrode the inside of your kettle. So all that being said, we really want our water hardness and pH level to be adjusted in order to get the most out of the coffee that we're brewing it with. And if you want to figure out the specifics of what we're looking for in those levels, check out the Specialty Coffee Association. They have some great resources on what you're aiming for in your water for coffee brewing. So now we know why we want our water to be good for coffee brewing, but how do we get there? Number one, if you're getting your water from at home, never use your hot water tap for anything involving cooking or drinking. Hot water can leach harmful contaminants from the pipes into the water, so you should always use cold water to start off with. Now the easiest method is just to use any sort of water filter. You can use a Brita filter or something similar, and that'll just bring your water to a nice sort of neutral drinking point where maybe it's not necessarily dialed in for coffee, but it'll at least taste good and give you good tasting coffee therefore. Now if you want to step it up a notch, you can adjust your water very specifically for coffee brewing. And your first step for that is to obtain your local water quality report. If you're using water from a well, you unfortunately won't have access to this, so you'll have to reach out to someone that can send you a water test kit. But for everyone else, it's as easy as just typing in your city name along with water quality report. For example, here is mine. And once I obtain that water quality report, I can cross-reference those numbers with what the Specialty Coffee Association recommends and dial in a filtering method specifically for coffee. Now, the final way that you can get great water for coffee brewing is to sort of make your own, which sounds kind of crazy, but hear me out. Now, what this looks like is essentially starting with water that is neutral. So that is usually reverse osmosis water or distilled water, and then you are adding back in specific things to get that up to the levels that are recommended for coffee brewing. I'll throw some links in the description below on how you can start with like reverse osmosis water and add back in baking soda and Epsom salts and create your own coffee brewing water. That's actually what I used to do when I ran a coffee roastery, is we just had big jugs of reverse osmosis water and then added things in and we would get great water. But you're probably hoping that there's an easier way, and of course there is. Allow me to introduce you to Third Wave Water. Third Wave Water is a company that came around a few years back, and they have a product that is essentially just like those little packets that you add to water to make it flavored, but instead you are adding these packets to either distilled or reverse osmosis water and creating your own coffee brewing water. They come in these cool little cigarette boxes, and each one has 12 different packets, each making you 1 gallon of brewing water, which is going to be plenty to last a while. And I have to be honest, as soon as I started using this in my coffee brewing, I noticed a difference. And you may not notice a drastic difference right away, but for me, my coffee immediately started tasting cleaner. I could taste the flavors better. Everything was just a little bit more enhanced versus my just normal tap water. Everything just tastes a little foggy and not as clean. And Third Wave Water actually has a few different products. They have their classic profile. They also have a profile that is optimized for dark roast coffees, because like I was talking about earlier, the amount of substances in your water is going to affect the extraction and the flavor profile of your coffee. So you can have water specifically for dark roast coffees or also for espresso, which is pretty cool. And along with these 1 gallon packets, they also have 5 gallon ones that you can just get a big jug that you can refill at the store and just add a packet in, and then you can maybe get one of those little pumps that you can easily dispense your water and just have a ton of coffee brewing water ready to go. Now, all of this might seem a little crazy to be going through all this work just to make water for brewing coffee at home, but if you're still on the fence about it, Third Wave Water actually sent us a few extra of these classic profiles that we are going to be giving away to 3 of you. All you have to do to be considered is make sure you're subscribed to this YouTube channel and leave us a comment down below just saying if you filter your water at home. We're just curious how most people are treating their water for coffee brewing. I will choose 3 random winners 1 week after posting this video, so be sure to get your entries in quickly. So that is all from me today. I hope that even if you don't walk away looking up all your local water quality reports and dialing in a filter system at home, that you can at least appreciate how much this liquid plays a part in your coffee brewing. So until next time, happy brewing.